Okay, so we're gonna go through some different sleep hacks for you. I'm gonna give you about 3 different things that are gonna allow you to sleep better, some things in your environment that you can change and do in order to have better night's sleep, okay? Because a lot of people come into our office, they're struggling with their sleep. This may not be their primary concern, but it's one of those things that's secondary or tertiary on their list of things that they're not doing well. And I see more and more people, they're just not sleeping well. Okay, so there's some things that you can do in your environment to change that, okay? The answer doesn't come in the form of medication. You have to realize that first and foremost, that if you're not sleeping well, that doesn't mean you need to take more medication or that you lack Ambien in your system and that's why you're not sleeping well. That's not the answer, okay? The answer is there's something going on. There's something causing your environment, your brain not to shut down, and that comes in the form of sympathetic dominance, which means that your sympathetic nervous system is elevated, okay? And that's your stress hormones, that's your fight or flight. And for most people, they're chronically stressed out, and this becomes an issue. So one of the first things that we do is when we start treating a patient, as we start adjusting them, I always hear them say, I'm sleeping better. I've started to sleep better, I'm falling asleep better, I'm staying asleep better. And that's for a couple different reasons. The first one is because now we've decreased the sympathetic tone and we've increased the parasympathetic tone, okay? What that allows the body to do is get to a state of homeostasis where it's working better. The second thing is they're not in as much pain. Okay, so if you're not in as much pain, you can now lay down. You're not waking up with numbness and tingling in your legs. You're not waking up with numbness and tingling in your arms. You're not waking up with a headache. It's not uncomfortable to lay there because the spine is in a better position. The body's in a better position to heal. Okay, so number one is get adjusted. That's the primary thing that's gonna put your body in a position where it can heal better, okay? Number two is avoid junk lighting. So how many people have heard of junk lighting? Okay, and that's gonna be the LED lights. So right now I'm above LEDs above me. Your phone has LED lights on it, your computer screens have LED lights, your TVs have LED lights, okay? So right now, I'm wearing blue light blocking glasses, okay? So I didn't get prescription glasses or anything. These are blue light blockers, and what they do is they're gonna block out all the blue lights. And so the blue lights, they're really bad on your eyes, and they also are gonna mess up your circadian rhythms because they're gonna tell your brain that it's time to wake up, that it's not time to go to sleep. So the reason you'd want to wear these, so if I'm walking outside, today's all rainy and stuff, but if I'm walking outside in the sunlight, I don't want to wear these, okay? I want to be exposed to the sunlight because the sunlight is good for your eyes, okay? But all these blue lights, that's junk lighting, and too much of that can mess with the way you sleep. So at nighttime, this is when you want to put these on. If you're in front of a computer screen all day long, this is when you'd want to wear these, okay? You can get them on Amazon. There's just put in blue light blocking glasses. That's where you would get these, okay? So blue light blockers, wear them during the day on computer time, wear them at nighttime especially. Another thing to do is with the lighting, as it starts to get dark outside, this is when you want to start dimming the lights in your house, start turning off lights, light candles, start turning off TVs. You know, if you're struggling with sleep, one of the worst things you can do is be in front of a computer screen, even with blue light blockers on, because it's not telling your body it's time to go to sleep. And so if you're sitting watching TV for 2 or 3 hours, that's gonna stimulate you. If you go into your bedroom, lay down like you're gonna go to sleep, you set your alarm, and then what do? You accidentally go to Facebook, you go to Instagram, right? And all of a sudden you're scrolling for 10, 15, 20 minutes, an hour. It can mess with your emotions, it can stress you out, it can make you mad, it can make you happy, whatever it is. But at the same time, it makes it harder to go to sleep because now you're stimulating your mind. So that's one of the worst things to do too, is to get in your bedroom and start scrolling through your phone. We don't want to do that either, okay? So start trying to limit light exposure at nighttime, okay? And really the best case scenario would be is I go to bed closer to when the sun goes down. I'm going to bed within hours of that, and I'm waking up as the sun comes up. That's the cycle that we want to stay as close to as possible. And then the last thing is try to create the same sleep-wake cycle every day. This is huge for people. So how do I do this? This means I go to bed at the same time every night and I wake up at the same time every day, or within 30 or 45 minutes of that window. So I'm not going to bed some days at 9 o'clock at night and then other days I'm staying up till midnight. You know, because if I'm gonna get the average of 7 to 9 hours of sleep is what you're shooting for. So if you're gonna get those, you need to go to bed at reasonably the same amount of time. So for me, I try to go to bed by 10 o'clock every night and I'm typically up by 5 o'clock the next morning. So it's at 7 hours of sleep. So on the weekends, I may sleep in until 6, but honestly, if I've waken up at 5 o'clock every day, Monday through Friday, on Saturday and Sunday, I feel better if I go ahead and just wake up at 5 because I keep my body on that same rhythm, that same sleep cycle. Okay, so try to do those things. So I'm gonna recap. First one, get adjusted because it's gonna allow the nervous system to get in a state of homeostasis. It's gonna lower the sympathetic tone. It's gonna increase the parasympathetic, which is your rest and digest. Avoid junk lighting, okay? Wear blue light blocking glasses at night. Don't get on your phone, don't get on the computer, don't do those things right before bed. Use your bedroom as a place to sleep. Don't use your bedroom as a place to do work. And then lastly, try to wake up and try to go to sleep at the same time every night, okay? Those 3 things, they're gonna help you. I know it will.